Have you ever caught yourself thinking, I'm just too old to feel energetic anymore? Maybe you've noticed it's harder to get up from the couch, or you're feeling a little more isolated than you used to. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know something right now. You're not alone, and those feelings don't have to define your life. Aging can feel like a weight sometimes, but it's also an incredible opportunity to rewrite your story and live with more vitality than you might think possible. Hi, I'm so glad you're here with me today. This video is for anyone over 60 who's ready to shake off those doubts and rediscover what it means to feel alive, connected, and strong. Let's be real for a moment. Society often tells us that after a certain age, we're supposed to slow down, step back, and accept decline. But here's the truth. That's a myth, and it's one we're going to bust wide open. You can grow, learn, and thrive at any age, whether you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond. In this video, we're going to walk through some simple, science-backed ways to boost your energy, sharpen your mind, and embrace aging as a privilege. These aren't complicated tricks or overwhelming changes. They're practical steps you can start today, even if you haven't been active social in a while. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's dive into the first step to reclaiming your vitality. One of the biggest traps we fall into as we age is believing we're too old to change. I hear it all the time. I'm set in my ways, or it's too late for me to try something new. But let me share something amazing with you. Your brain is capable of forming new connections, new neural pathways well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. That means you can learn new skills, adopt healthier habits, and shift your mindset no matter how old you are. Think about that for a second. Your brain is like a garden that's always ready to grow new flowers. It just needs a little care and attention. Let's take Margaret, for example. At 72, she thought her days of feeling vibrant were behind her. She'd stopped going out much, and her confidence was fading. But one day, she decided to challenge that "I'm too old" mindset. She started small, signing up for a local painting class not because she was an artist, but because she wanted to try something new. At first, she felt out of place, but over time, she not only learned to paint but also made new friends and rediscovered a sense of purpose. That one small choice changed how she saw herself and her future. The lesson here? You're never too old to start something new. It could be as simple as trying a new recipe, picking up a crossword puzzle, or even learning a few words in a new language. The key is to take that first step and believe growth is possible. Now, let's talk about something else that can transform how you feel every single day: your physical strength and balance. I know what you might be thinking. Exercise sounds like a young person's game. But here's the thing. Frailty isn't caused by aging itself. It's caused by inactivity. The good news? You can reverse that decline. And it doesn't take hours at the gym. Even small, consistent movements can make a huge difference. For example, strength training isn't just for bodybuilders. Lifting light weights or even using a couple of water bottles can help you rebuild muscle and feel steadier on your feet. Let me tell you about John, who's 68. A few years ago, he noticed he was struggling to carry his groceries. It scared him, but instead of giving up, he started doing chair squats at home. Just 5 squats a day while holding onto a sturdy chair. At first, it was tough, but within a few weeks, he felt stronger and more confident. He even added a short walk around his neighborhood a few times a week. Now, John says he feels 10 years younger, and he's even started helping his neighbor with yard work. The beauty of this is that you don't need fancy equipment or a lot of time. Try standing on one leg for 10 seconds while brushing your teeth to improve your balance. Or do a few gentle stretches before bed. Consistency matters more than intensity, so start small and build from there. Another key to feeling vibrant is staying connected with others. I know this one can be tough. As we age, our social circles can shrink, friends move away, family gets busy, or we just feel less inclined to reach out. But loneliness is more than just a feeling. It's a health risk, as serious as smoking or high blood pressure. The good news is that rebuilding those connections doesn't have to be overwhelming. You don't need a packed social calendar to feel fulfilled. Even small steps, like sending a quick text to an old friend or chatting with a neighbor, can lift your spirits and improve your health. Take Susan, for instance. At 65, she felt isolated after retiring. Her days felt long and empty. But one day, she decided to join a local book club she saw advertised at the library. She was nervous at first. Would she fit in? But she went anyway. And over time, those monthly meetings became a highlight of her life. She didn't just make friends. She found a sense of belonging that gave her energy and purpose. If a book club isn't your thing, that's okay. Maybe it's a walking group, a church event, or even a virtual coffee chat with a friend over Zoom. The point is to take one small step toward connection. You might be surprised at how much it changes your outlook. So, we've talked about breaking free from the too old to change mindset, reclaiming your physical strength with simple movements, and rebuilding social connections to combat loneliness. These are powerful steps, and they all start with believing that you have the power to shape your future. Next, we're going to explore how your mindset can directly impact your health and why keeping your brain challenged is so important. Stick with me, because these next ideas are going to inspire you to see aging in a whole new light. Let's keep the momentum going and dive into the next part of our journey to embrace vitality after 60. We've already talked about how you can break free from the idea that you're too old to change, rebuild your strength with simple movements, and reconnect with others to lift your spirits. Now, we're going to explore something that ties all of this together: the power of your mindset and how it shapes your health. After that, we'll look at why keeping your brain challenged is so important and how even small doses of physical touch can make a big difference in your well-being. Ready? Let's get started. Your mindset, the way you think about aging, has a surprising impact on how you feel and even how long you live. There's fascinating research showing that people who view aging positively, as a time of opportunity rather than decline, tend to live longer and healthier lives. It's not just about thinking happy thoughts, it's about replacing those sneaky, defeatist ideas with ones that lift you up. For example, instead of saying, "I'm too old to keep up," try telling yourself, "Every day is a chance to grow stronger and wiser." It might sound simple, but that shift in perspective can change everything. Let me share a story about Dorothy, who's 74. A few years ago, she found herself dreading birthdays, feeling like each one was a reminder of what she was losing. But then she read about how our beliefs about aging can shape our health. She decided to try something different. Every morning, she started writing down one thing she was grateful for about her life. Maybe it was a sunny day, a good conversation with her daughter, or even just feeling strong enough to walk to the mailbox. Over time, she noticed a shift. She stopped seeing aging as a burden and started seeing it as a privilege. That change in mindset gave her the energy to try new things, like joining a local gardening group. And she says she feels more alive now than she did a decade ago. You can do this too. Start small, maybe jot down one positive thought about your day, or remind yourself that every step you take is a victory. Those little moments add up. Now, let's talk about keeping your brain sharp. As we age, it's easy to fall into routines that feel comfortable but don't challenge us mentally. Maybe you're doing the same crossword puzzle every week, or watching the same television shows on repeat, but your brain thrives on novelty. Trying new things, even if you're not good at them right away, strengthens your memory and keeps your mind resilient. The best part? It doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. Learning something new can be as simple as picking up a new hobby, solving a different kind of puzzle, or even taking a new route on your daily walk. Take Robert, for example. At 69, he realized his days were starting to blur together. He wasn't forgetting things. He felt like his mind wasn't as quick as it used to be. So he decided to shake things up. He'd always loved music but never played an instrument. So he signed up for a beginner's ukulele class at his community center. He laughed about how his fingers fumbled at first, but he kept at it. Not only did he learn a few songs, but he also noticed he was remembering names and details better. Plus, the class gave him a new group of friends to joke around with. The takeaway here is that failure is part of growth. You don't have to be perfect, just willing to try. Maybe for you, it's downloading a language app and learning a few phrases, or trying a jigsaw puzzle instead of your usual Sudoku. Whatever it is, give your brain a little adventure. It'll thank you. Another piece of the vitality puzzle that's often overlooked is the power of physical touch. I know this one might feel personal, but hear me out. Human connection, whether it's a hug, holding hands, or even sitting close to someone, releases a hormone called oxytocin, which reduces stress and boosts your sense of well-being. On the flip side, a lack of touch can make feelings of loneliness and depression worse. If you live alone or don't have family nearby, it's easy to go days or even weeks without that kind of warmth. But there are ways to bring more of it into your life, and they don't have to feel forced. Let's look at Elaine, who's 71. After her husband passed away, she realized how much she missed simple gestures like a pat on the back or a warm hug. At first, she felt stuck, but then she got a cat. That little ball of fur changed everything. Cuddling with her pet while watching television or feeling its purr against her chest brought her so much comfort. She also started making a point to give her friends a quick hug when they met for coffee. Those small moments of connection made her feel more grounded and less alone. If a pet isn't for you, that's okay. Maybe it's offering a handshake to a neighbor, joining a dance class where you hold hands with a partner, or even treating yourself to a massage at a local spa. These gestures, no matter how small, remind you that you're part of the world. So, we've covered how a positive mindset can transform your health, why challenging your brain keeps it sharp, and how physical touch can lift your spirits. These are all pieces of a bigger picture, one where you're not just getting by, but truly thriving. Next, we're going to talk about why nutrition still matters, and how small changes to what you eat can boost your energy and mood. Stick with me, because you're going to love how simple and doable these next steps are. We're in the final stretch of our journey together, and I'm so thrilled you're still here with me. We've talked about breaking free from limiting beliefs, rebuilding your strength, staying connected, shifting your mindset, keeping your brain sharp, and the power of physical touch. Each of these steps is like a piece of a puzzle that comes together to help you live with more energy, joy, and purpose after 60. Now, let's wrap things up by focusing on something that ties it all together: nutrition, and how small changes to what you eat can make a big difference in how you feel. After that, I'll share a few final thoughts to inspire you to take these ideas and run with them. Let's dive in. When it comes to nutrition, it's easy to think, is it really worth changing what I eat at this point? I get it, habits are hard to break, and maybe you've been eating the same way for decades. But here's the truth. It's never too late to nourish your body in a way that boosts your energy, lifts your mood, and supports your health. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet or follow some restrictive plan. Even small, intentional changes can have a ripple effect on how you feel every day. Let's look at Helen, who's 67. She used to start her mornings with a cup of coffee and a sweet roll, but she noticed she was feeling sluggish by mid-morning. She didn't want to give up her treats entirely, so she made a simple swap. She added a handful of berries and a scoop of yogurt to her breakfast. That little change gave her more energy to get through her day, and she even started enjoying her mornings more because she felt better. Helen's story shows that you don't have to do anything drastic. Maybe it's adding a colorful vegetable to your dinner plate a few times a week. Think carrots, spinach, or sweet potatoes. Or try swapping out soda for a glass of water with a slice of lemon. These small tweaks add up, giving your body the fuel it needs to keep you active and vibrant. Another easy way to boost your nutrition is to focus on foods that support your brain and mood. For example, foods rich in omega-3s, like salmon or walnuts, can help keep your mind sharp. If fish isn't your thing, even a handful of nuts or a sprinkle of chia seeds in your oatmeal can make a difference. And don't forget about hydration. Sometimes feeling tired or foggy is just your body asking for more water. A good rule of thumb is to keep a reusable water bottle nearby and sip from it throughout the day. These aren't big changes, but they're powerful because they're sustainable. You're not dieting, you're just giving your body a little extra love. Now, let's bring it all together. Everything we've talked about, challenging old beliefs, moving your body, connecting with others, shifting your mindset, keeping your brain active, seeking out physical touch, and eating a bit healthier is about one thing: empowering you to live your best life, no matter your age. Aging comes with its challenges, and I won't pretend it doesn't. There are days when you might feel tired, or lonely, or unsure, but those moments don't define you. What defines you is your willingness to take small steps, to believe in your own potential, and to see every day as a chance to grow. Think about it like planting a seed. Each action you take, whether it's doing a few chair squats, calling a friend, or adding some veggies to your plate, is like watering that seed. Over time, it grows into something beautiful, a life filled with more energy, connection, and joy. And the best part? You don't have to do it all at once. Start with one thing that feels doable. Maybe it's texting a friend to catch up this week. Maybe it's trying a new hobby or taking a short walk. Whatever it is, that one step is a victory, and it's proof that you're rewriting your story. I want to leave you with one final thought. You are capable of so much more than you might realize. Aging isn't about fading away, it's about stepping into a new chapter with courage and curiosity. You've already lived through so many experiences, and you've got wisdom and strength that the world needs. So, go out there and share it. Try something new. Connect with someone. Nourish your body and your soul. You've got this, and I'm rooting for you every step of the way. Before we go, I'd love to hear from you. What's one small step you're excited to try after watching this? Maybe it's a new hobby, a healthier snack, or reaching out to a friend. Drop it in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else, and we're all in this together. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more tips for living your best life. Thank you for spending this time with Mate Means the World. Here's to thriving, growing, and embracing every moment, no matter your age. I'll see you in the next one.